this is hard. And Amy, I'm going to ask you. It says, you wrote, why does God make it so hard to follow him? So she thinks it's hard.
I don't think it's hard. Jesus said, take my yoke upon you. It's easy. Take my burden on you. It's light. And in Matthew 11, 28 through 30 in the Message Bible, you learn that there is an unforced rhythm of grace. And when you do it God's way, he's the designer. So to me, God designs a Porsche. You don't take a Porsche off-road. You do it according to the way the designer operates. We are designed by God, for him, by him, create. So it's easy.
Yeah, but she doesn't think so. So this answer, somebody answer this to the people.
I think it has to do sometimes with our maturity level. Spiritual things are spiritually discerned. For all of us, even myself. A lot of the things that I have learned by the grace of God have been through parabolic type benefits.
What?
And so in the scriptures, Jesus did a lot of teaching with parables, correct?
Parabolic.
Yes.
And there were some things that what I had to learn, because I used to get frustrated, and I would say to God, why don't you just say it straight? Why do I have to figure it out? Why do I have to? But what I found is when I did my due diligence with it, studying to show myself approved. Look how all of us have grown over in 10 years, So some of those things that I have had to search out, it's the glory of God to conceal a matter. It's the glory of kings to search it out. And when that happens, then that revelation gets firebrand in my spirit. And that makes all the difference.
Right. What do you
Yeah,
have?
I mean, to go along with that, I think it becomes harder to follow God when we doubt God. When our faith wavers, it does become harder. But a scripture to go with that is Matthew 17:20. Because you have so little faith, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. So if you're struggling with following God, turn to the scriptures. There's so much encouragement there. I love this scripture because when we feel doubt too.
Say the scripture
It's
again.
Matthew 17:20. I mean, I feel doubt when I see this. When have faith as small as a mustard seed, and I can move mountain. That nothing will be impossible for you. The Lord is there with you. He is there. That is encouraging to me.
Roxanne, she's asking that she feels God makes it hard to follow.
Yeah. And,
Hello?
She's blaming God for the hard road.
There you go.
God doesn't make the road hard, he makes it challenging.
That's good.
And so there are times when we think it's hard, but when we get on the other side, what's he say? The way is narrow. The path is close. You have to follow a close path. But the Pharisees, Jesus condemned them because they put loads on people. What was Amy saying? Take my yoke. They put loads on people so strong. They say, Jesus says, you tithe with dill and cumin, but you forget the weightier things of the law. Truth, mercy, justice.
Amen.
She has to keep her eyes on the Lord. The road might be hard. Some are called to a difficult challenge. Maybe you're not a Mother Teresa, but you're going to have to give yourself for your neighbor, for your child, for somebody else. That's not hard. That's a calling.
Right.
And I think what makes it hard too is sometimes our flesh, right? We die daily. And when my flesh is alive and screaming one thing, and it's completely the opposite of what God is saying.
But I love what Amy said. She said, Jesus simply says, take my yoke.
Yes.
It's easy. So for someone to feel that it's hard to follow God makes me really sad, because it's not hard. He takes your stuff and puts it on his shoulder and shows you the way to live.